Alright, y'all. The 2001 Subaru Forester is coming into the Last Frontier garage to get head gaskets, timing belt, and probably thermostat. We're going to flush. We've got coolant getting into the oil, oil getting into the coolant. We're going to get everything cleaned up, get this thing ready for my nephew, and rock and roll. Let's do it. Come along for the ride. Just pulled the Corvette out. If you watch a previous video or two, it's a video all about that. I just had this thing running. This thing does need a battery, as well as tires. And then other than that, it's just the maintenance we're gonna do on it right now. The head gaskets are leaking coolant. Let's get straightened up. This thing's gonna be in here for probably a week. Oh, whoops. This thing will be in here for 2 weeks max, but it's no rush. All right, let's get up here. I'm gonna try to get over as much as I can. All right, that I can move this thing around if I need to, but it's in the garage. Let's go. Let's get this thing closed down. Okay. And turn our heater back on. This is enough room. So I need to move all this crap back. So yeah, this is in case I need to get up under there. I can move. Wow, Siri is absolutely retarded. She took over my video for like 4 or 5 seconds. So if I need to, I'll move all this stuff out the way, but I think, let's get the hood popped again. Okay. All right, so luckily these things are super modular. One reason why these are so soft is there's been oil getting in there. So oil's getting into the coolant. Coolant's getting into the oil. So we're going to probably end up jacking this thing up a little bit. I had to research this thing. Lucky for me, Subaru has a lot of nice same bolt sizes. We're talking about 8, 10, 12, 14 bolt sizes, you know, millimeter. So yeah, y'all, we're about to get this thing defrosted. 2001 Subaru Forester, 2.5 liter single overhead cam. Thank the good Lord, because the double overhead is sort of crazy. Most people will take the engine out for that. And we're gonna get her done, y'all. Let's do it. All right, y'all, we are diving into this 01 Subaru Forester. It's got it's not terrible, but there is a little bit of oil getting into the coolant. So before I take it all apart, get everything fixed, and then have to flush it, I'm going to drain the radiator. The old drain cock there. And basically, I might jack up the rear of the vehicle to try and dump a lot of the old coolant out. But basically, I'm gonna go ahead and go back in with some water and some Simple Green and then run it for a while. Probably drain it again. I just want to get the bulk of the old nasty stuff out of there. So, let's do this. Usually these are extremely dusty and brittle. Thank you, awesome WD-40 can. There we go. get down here. Cracked her loose here. Alright, that was pretty easy. This has probably been messed with at some point. Let me see if I can get an angle going here. First, I'm gonna light this. Alright. Okay, there's that. Sorry guys, I'm not gonna get a good shot while I'm screwing here. Alright. There we go. Just about here. Alright, we're gonna get her wide open here. Now, in all fairness, this coolant is not terrible, but this just kind of helps when you're going back together. Alright, let's get her wide open here. There we go. Alright, so there she is. It's actually looking pretty good, but most of the oil is probably up top here. You know, oil floating and stuff. So we're gonna get, oh yeah, look at all that. Ooh, damn. Yeah. Wow. Just big chunks of stuff. So again, we'll see if we can't, sometimes, I don't know, this radiator's not that old looking, but sometimes it's just easier to replace the radiator if it's really gunked up like this, but we'll get it. Beyond what I'm doing now, we'll definitely do some flushing afterwards, probably, before we put, you know, the good brand new coolant in there. So we'll get it figured out. So like you said, I'm gonna let her drain, top it back off with water and simple green, and we're gonna run it for a while and see if we can break down some of the oiliness inside the coolant system. So let's do it. Alright y'all, we're doing good. I overfilled it, the funnel. I dumped this out, put some in there for it to soak. And I almost didn't want to warm it up, because the longer I run it, you know, there's a little bit of oil getting in. But I do want the thermostat to open in hopes that I get a little bit of simple green everywhere. That way it can kind of work on everything. Again, once I take the heads off, everything's basically going to be drained as well. I'll probably vacuum out the block however I need to do it. This is my first time doing something like this on a Subaru. Done lots of other stuff, more maintenance stuff. But battery, tires, I just aired up this tire was flat, still needs new tires. All the other stuff that we wrote up for it, but the video I posted, I guess it would be back in January, like January 3rd, I think. That was actually filmed, shoot, like a month ago. So all my videos are like post-mortem. And anyways, as you can see, we're getting some grime forming on top. I just want that simple green to get a good start. And again, when we get everything back together, I'll be doing another form of a simple green flush. And then the oil, I'll probably change it again with conventional only, drain it, and then put synthetic, because it's getting coolant, a little bit of coolant in there. It's not terrible, but I just want to over-index on getting everything cleaned out. So over here we got our new oil filter, well, one of them. Probably finish off with the wicks. Like I already pointed out, head bolts, gasket. Got the doors opened up here. A little bit hazy, isn't it? I think that's the glare on the camera, because I'm not even seeing that. So we're going to let it run for a while. And I think we're going to finish off tonight with just some peripheral stuff. The air box off. Probably get the washer fluid out of the way, the battery, this thing. Probably get the radiator out of the way. And then probably do phase 2 with the intake and everything. So it'll be fun. I think all I got to do is jack up the motor, get it off the mounts to clear the subframe, but we'll see. Not quite sure what to expect, and I hope you guys can hear me. So, 2001 Subaru Forester 2.5 single overhead cam. Let's get it done. All right, y'all. We got the air intake off. We're gonna go ahead and get the radiator, upper and lower hoses off. Get the I don't know if I'm gonna drain the block tonight by removing the thermostat in the bottom there, but probably not. Probably just do the upper and lower hoses. I think I can get, oh yeah, right there. Whew, perfect. You got a 10 mil lower hose right there. Sweet. And then I'll probably get the battery out, probably get this out, and then be ready for action. When I remove the intake, I'll remove the fuel line here, and then well, I'll probably just do all these to see it's got return stuff, but we are going to replace the fuel filter. So just trying to approach this in the most modular, time-efficient way possible. I know there's several YouTube videos out there. This is certainly not a video to try and compete with any of those. It's just my experience working on this thing. I was telling my son, who was just out here, you know, this thing consists of 14, 12, 10, and 8 millimeter size bolts, mostly everywhere. Maybe a 17 thrown in for good measure. This one might be a 17. In fact, let's check it out. It almost looks like a 16, but I don't think that's even a size. Let's do it, guys. Let's just try it. That looks right. If I can get in there. Ow! Oh no, 18. Yep, that's an 18. So anyway, 17 is a little bit big. If everybody wants to see, I don't think it's going to be a 19. This is so hard to get to. Oh, proven wrong again. That is a 19. Yeah, there you go. Well, shows how much I know, which is plenty not. And the funny thing is, my 19 is missing, so all I have is a 3/4. And there you are. So it is a 19. My guessing's terrible. I'm thinking that is a 14 though. Let's try it. This is probably a weird part of the video. And again, my 14 is missing, so I actually have a 9/16. That's good. We are legit 14 there. So anyways, y'all, we're gonna get the like I said, radiator, battery, washer tank off, and then we'll be ready to shred into the front accessories, the intake, timing set, and of course valve covers and cylinder heads eventually. Let's do it. Alright, y'all, we have the radiator removed. We got the lower transmission cooler lines, got some front covers off of the accessory belts, got our battery removed, and got our washer tank removed. So we are ready to go ahead with some accessories and our intake and timing set. Get this project going.